So now line integral we are going to do. That is, we are going to integrate this complex function and the limit is given 0 to 2 plus I. First along the line x is equal to 2y. So the thing is, either you are going to completely change everything to x or completely change everything to y. Because this z is a combination of x plus iy, right? So what happens to z bar? First of all, we will find what this function is. So this is x minus iy. So what we have, z bar the whole square, that is x minus iy the whole square, that is a minus b the whole square formula we are going to use. X square plus iy the whole square minus 2ixy. And I square value is minus 1, that is x square minus y square minus 2ixy. This is your function z bar the whole square. So you are going to integrate this function, okay, first along the line x is equal to 2y. Wherever x is there, I am going to replace 2y. Or you can do the other way around. In the place of y, if you substitute x by 2 and you are changing everything to x also, you can do it. So since this has fraction, then simplifying will be like little tricky. So that is why we are going to stick with x is equal to 2y. So what happens to the function? Integral x square minus y square minus 2ixy dz, right? dz is nothing but dx plus I dy. Let us see what happens to this function. So this is integral, what is x? 2y the whole square minus y we will keep as it is, minus 2i into x again, 2y into y. We have just replaced this x. Okay. So if x is 2y, what is dx? 2 dy. The second one I am writing as it is. Okay, dy is there as it is. So dx, if x is 2y, dx is 2 dy. So now if you see, everything changed to y, the entire function. So you are going to write the limit of y. What is given in the question? 0 to 2 plus i. 0 to 2 plus i. That is, the point is 0, 0 to 2, 1. Real is 2, imaginary is 1i. So 2, 1. This is for x, this is for y. Now everything is in terms of y. So you are going to take the limit of 0 to 1. Since you have only y terms, you are going to take 0 to 1. So this is equal to 0 to 1, 4y square minus y square. So which is nothing but 3y square. Okay, minus 4iy square. This term, second term. dy is common for both. I'll take dy common. I'll get 2 plus I dy. So we are done with this. And here also 2y square is there, right? You can take y square common. 3 minus 4i. If you take 2 plus I also, let it be. This I am writing as it is. If I take y square common, I'll get 3 minus 4i y square dy. Because you are going to integrate only with respect to y. These are all just constants. Just you can multiply and write down the values. 3 into 2, 6. 3 into I, 3i. Minus 4i into 2, minus 8i. Minus 4i into I, minus 4i square. Integral 0 to 1 y square dy. And this I square is minus 1, correct? I square is equal to minus 1. So this will become 6 plus 4 minus 5i. Y square, if you integrate, y power 3 by 3 within the limit 0 to 1. Because integral of y power n dy is y power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1. So this is 10 minus 5i into, only upper limit will be there, 1 by 3. Minus lower limit is 0. 1 by 3 minus 0. So this is 10 minus 5i by 3. If you want, you can take 5 common and then you can write 2 minus I by 3. This is your integral value along the path x is equal to 2y. Now same question if I give along the real axis up to 2. Okay, and then vertically up to 2 plus I. Now in this case, if you see, the point 2 comma 1 is here. For x2, okay, this is too high. For x2 and y1, yeah, here x is 2, y is 1 means approximately this point. Last one, we reached the point through a straight line. For this one, we just reached it through a straight line, 2 comma 1. This is say 2 comma 1. We have reached just through a straight line, x is equal to y. Now, I have to travel from up to 2 here. So this is OA. I have to travel, and then again I have to travel vertically. So this I is nothing but I1 plus I2, where I1 is along OA and I2 is along AB. So this is the second path. I am going to integrate the same function. So when you are writing the function, it is the same. Integral x square minus y square. Already we got, right? Minus I into 2xy into dz. dz is dx plus I dy. This is ready. And now, first one, let it be equation 1, I will write it as, for I1 along OA, what is the point O? That is 0, 0. 0, 0, 2, this is real axis. Right? So, real axis is 2, imaginary axis is 0. I am writing this point. This point is 0, 0, this point is 2, 0. Now if you see, one point is fixed and one point is changing. See, this is x, this is y. If you see, y is 0 in both the cases. Y is 0, what happens to dy? dy also will become 0. Only x is changing from 0 to 2. So in the above equation, I will write x is equal to 0 to 2. Okay. So I will write x as it is, and in the place of y, I will substitute 0. So x square minus 0. Then this term also will become 0 because there is one y here. Wow. Dx. Already dy is also 0. So it is simply x square dx. X varies from 0 to 2. X square dx, which is nothing but x power 3 by 3. What is the limit? 0 to 2. So, upper limit is 2 cube by 3, that is 8 by 3 along I1. Now to find along I2. I2 is along AB. I2 is along AB. What is the point A? The point A is 2, 0 to B is 2, 1. If you notice which is same, which is fixed, x is fixed. Along I2, x is fixed, that is x is 2. So what happens to dx? 0. And y is changing from which number? 0 to 1. Y is changing from 0 to 1. So changing from 0 to 1. Now shall we write? I2 is equal to integral y is changing from 0 to 1. The same equation, see here this equation 1, wherever x is there I am going to substitute 2. 2 square minus y square, because x square minus y square was there, right? And then minus I into 2, x is 2, right? Y. Minus 2i xy, yes. And then dx is 0 plus I dy. Don't write only dy, I is there. Okay. So now if you simplify this, y is equal to 0 to 1, 4 minus y square minus 4iy into I dy. So this I, if you want, you can multiply inside or you can push it outside. Finally you can multiply. So if you integrate 4, along with 4, 1 dy is there. So this is just a constant. So I will write 4, sorry, 1 second. This is 4 into integral dy. If you want, you can write it separately. minus integral y square dy minus 4i into integral y dy. I is there outside, okay. So this is nothing but I into 4y minus y cube by 3 minus 4i into y square by 2. What is the limit? 0 to 1. Okay. So if only upper limit is there, okay, 4 minus 1 by 3 minus 4i by 2. Outside one I is there. This I and this I will become I square. I square is minus 1. So it will become plus 2. And then this term, right, 4 minus 1 by 3, which is nothing but 3 4s are 12. 12 minus 1 by 3, that is 11 by 3, will become imaginary. 11 by 3 into I. Okay. So this is along I2. What we have to do finally? I is equal to I1 plus I2 to reach the point. First answer was 8 by 3 and second answer was 2 plus 11 by 3i. You can simplify these two. 3 2s are 6. 6 plus 8, which is nothing but 14. 14 by 3 plus 11 by 3i, which is nothing but again 14 plus 11i by 3. So same question along two different paths we have seen. First is along x is equal to 2y and second one is along the real axis up to 2 and then vertically up to 2. So since there are two paths here, we are adding 0 to a plus a to b. Don't change the direction because the integral limits will change. So 0 to a we are finding the answer, plus a to b we are finding another answer to reach this point. So if you see this example, they have given 0 comma 3, which is nothing but 3i, that is x0 y3, and then 2 comma 4. So this is nothing but 2 plus 4i. Along they have given the curve. So now this is in parametric, if you notice, which is same as this. But one good thing is wherever x is there, you will substitute 2t. Wherever y is there, you will substitute t square plus 3. And finally, if x is t, what is dx? 2 dt. Then what is y? 2t dt. Correct? T square differentiation is 2t dt. So the above question will be in terms of t. And to check the limit, either you take any x limit or y limit. If I take only the x limit, that is when x is 0, 2t is equal to 0, which implies t is equal to 0. Same way, if you check the limit for the upper limit, when x is 2, 2t is equal to 2, which implies t is equal to 1. So the above question will become integral, everything will be in terms of t. Integral 0 to 1. T is equal to 0 to 1. What was there in your question? In your question, 2y plus x square. So this is 2 into, what is y? T square plus 3 plus x square. What is x? 2t the whole square into dx is 2 dt plus 3x. So 3 into 2t minus y. T square plus 3. Be careful, this minus, if it comes inside, both the term will become negative. And then dy. dy is 2t dt. So now you have to simplify this and bring it to a comfortable format. 2t square, okay, plus 6 plus 4t square, and you just check this dx is 2 dt is common for all. So it has to be like this. Okay. Then next step you can write 6t square plus 6. Okay. And 2 dt I can take it outside. Plus 3 2s are 6t minus t square minus 3. Again one more 2t. Finally I'll write dt. Again if I simplify, I'll get integral t is equal to 0 to 1. 24 t square. Why? Because 2 2s are 4. 4t square. and then 6 2s are 12 t square, and then one more t square term is there, t square into 2, 8, so you'll get 24 t square, minus 2 t cube, simplify carefully, minus 60 plus 12 dt, and if you simplify this, 24 into t cube by 3, 0 to 1, minus 2 into t power 4 by 4, 0 to 1, minus 6 into t square by 2, 0 to 1, plus 12 into t, 0 to 1. So if you substitute the limit and simplify, you will get the answer as 33 by 2. Okay. So if they ask the same question along a different path, say a straight line from 0, 3 to 2, 4. Everything is the same. Function is the same. Only you have to find the equation of a straight line joining 0, 3 and 2, 4. Remember, we have the formula y minus y1. y1 is 3. Divided by x minus x1. x minus 0. That is equal to y2 minus y1. 4 minus 3 by x2 minus x1. 2 minus 0. If you cross multiply and simplify, you will get x is equal to y minus 6. So what you have to do, if x is 2y minus 6 is dx is 2 dy. So in the above equation, in the question, wherever x is there, you will substitute the equation of a straight line 2y minus 6, and then we will substitute dx. Again here I will substitute, and I am keeping y, all the y terms as it is. Since the entire term is in terms of y, I have to write the change in y. Y is changing from 3 to 4. So integral 3 to 4, you have to write all the terms in terms of y, and then you have to simplify. Let me write. So wherever x is there, I have replaced 2y minus 6. So dx I have replaced 2 dy. And simplify this carefully and bring this format and simple integration, and be careful, here you will get both the upper limit and lower limit. For example, for the first one, it will be 8 by 3 into 4 cube minus 3 cube. Like that you have to simplify and get the final answer as 97 by 6. So line integral is just you are completely changing either to x or completely changing to y, and if it is parametric, completely changing it to t. That's it. Thank you.